ladder didn't fail me.
And there was a giant obstacle right in front of you. So it was.
Correct.
How did that
Correct.
They could be right in front of you with nothing in front of you. Miss.
He's like, as he's like falling down, he's like,
Auto insurance all seems the same until it's time to use it. With USAA, it's easy to file claims, schedule repairs, and access roadside assistance right through your app.
As we know, the Arc Raiders Tech Test 2 just ended, but there's a ton of additional developer updates, including a potential release date and the next big thing. We'll go over some stats and cool breakdowns from the tech test, as well as some speculations. That does even include map count and the release date, as well as a whole bunch more. What's up, world? It's Utopia back in with another video. Today we're checking out all things Arc Raiders. Let's just jump right into it. First up, we did have some developer announcements to go over. Or of course, they do mention here that the Tech Test 2 is now officially ended, that servers have gone offline, and you will no longer be able to connect to the game. And yeah, even if you go on Steam, it currently just says uninstall, so it doesn't even let you play or load up the game at all. They also want to thank everybody for taking a moment to play and enjoy the game over the past few days. And if you didn't get to join this time around, they said no problem, they'll be back. So I'll go over some further details about that in a bit here. They also do mention that there is a survey they would like you to fill out. I'll link to it down below, so if you did participate in the tech test, you should try to fill that out for them. That way they can take in all the feedback, make any changes or adjustments they need to before launch. As of this moment, they said they became 84,000 raiders that gathered on this awesome Discord server. They didn't really promote the server like that, so that is pretty impressive so far. As they do mention though, the server will now be in read-only mode, as they do work on to structure the server and make it even a better place. There is some additional mentions here though. So if we jump over, we had some Tech Test 2 announcements that do give some more clarity here. They went over what happens now. Essentially, again, the game servers did go offline, and as they did mention, the Discord server will go into read-only mode. That was again last night at 3 AM, as they need some time to clean up and prepare you for the next thing. So it looks like we do have some major things coming down the line, and I'll go over a few of those here. Although first off, they do mention that your progression from the Tech Test 2 will not carry over to the release game. But if you did participate in this Tech Test 2, you'll get an exclusive skin if you do end up purchasing the game at launch and have participated in Tech Test 2 with any of the platforms. Just make sure that you have your linked platform to the Embark ID or to your Embark ID. With that though, they do go over some fun facts and some milestones from the actual tech test. This time around, Arc enemies that were destroyed were 7 million, which is quite a lot more than the first tech test. There was also this interesting one, Raiders who upgraded Scrappy to max level. Only one person was able to do that in the entire tech test, so I'm sure they'll probably get a shout out with the full game's release or launch. Potentially they'll hide some Easter eggs somewhere like they did with the finals a lot of times, so I'm sure that will coincide some way. Absolutely, if they have something like that in the game. Notice from last tech test, or at least tech test 1, that were a lot more buff, or at least had a lot more HP. It seems like some of the arcs were a little bit too easy to down and eliminate, a little bit too tanky in tech test. Newer studio, and this is just their second game, so we only really have one other game to reference here, which is the finals. And if we go off their timeline comparisons and kind of coincide everything together, now if you do remember, they actually did say in their earnings call that this is coming out in 2025, so we do have a limit here. It's not going to get pushed to 2026 given that there are no delays, or at least that's not when the timeline for when this could come out. So if we look at the finals timelines here, all the betas and their launch, they did actually do that one a little bit different. So they had closed alphas and closed betas into an open beta, where Arc Raiders, yes, originally had some closed alphas back in the day. That was before the game got changed, but now they've just done tech tests, which is something the finals never really did. Anyways, if we do look at the timeline comparison here, we see that the closed alpha for the finals was in 2022 all the way into closed beta, which was in March 2023. So there was a massive gap between those, where we actually did see a 9-month gap from the first beta launch into the open beta, which started from March 2023 into October 2023, and then 2 months later after the open beta, we started to pinpoint this, but we can kind of do so with Tech Test 1 for Arc Raiders being October 2024. Now we also had Tech Test 2, which was in April-May 2025 that just ended, and they're still calling this a tech test, not a beta just yet. So if we look at the overall timeline between these two and kind of compare the gaps in those, again, the finals had a 9-month gap from its first large beta to launch. Or if we do look at here, again, Arc Raiders having 2 tech tests, it might be reasonable to expect the next phase not being launch. Instead, those could be a closed or open beta that would maybe happen this summer, with the final release happening late Q3 or Q4 of 2025. Again, given that there are no delays, everything from the earnings call says it has to be in 2025. At least that's what we're going off of with the data that we have. So the overall predicted timeline here for closed/open beta could be July to August 2025. Again, I'm assuming it probably will be an open beta at this point since they've already had tech tests, and they're probably going to want to try to have the floodgates open, with then the launch suspected to be between September, or even launch it a bit delays between then and now, which for sure could happen in between there. Given everything we have there, again, I would expect a beta to happen first before launch, so that could happen a little bit later this summer, as they do say it's happening with the next thing, or that Discord is opening up for the next thing, so they are preparing for that right now. And given my experience from Tech Test 1, I wasn't allowed to take any footage, so I can't compare anything, as it was under NDA. But if I do compare from Tech Test 1 to Tech Test 2, there was actually a decent amount of changes, from the UI to the weather system. It also definitely ran better for me overall, and did look like it got a decent amount of graphic enhancements with lighting, although not crazy changes there. But there was also some major UI changes, which I really do like a lot of them, and a lot of overhaul to some of the icons as well. That was within a 6-month period, so definitely a lot of things could change up until launch. Now, given that we have some launch details, it looks like an insider might have leaked to a content creator when the release date might be, as well as the map count. Now, they didn't exactly mention when the release date would be, but they did say there was going to be 12 maps on release. Again, not sure how accurate that is. We only got 3 maps in the tech test, so getting an additional 9 would be quite crazy. Maybe they do mean 6 regular maps and 6 night raids, which I think is more in line with that. Although there is some backing to this theory, this game was originally meant to be a PvE looter shooter, and they would have for sure needed around that map count. But 12 maps just seems like insane amount here. More than likely, if anything, maybe they have 12 maps prepped. Maybe they launch with 6 or 8 or even more, but eventually drip feed those in. I could see that too, just having those pre-planned. Again, we're not for sure on that. This just seems like some of the content creators talked about it, which is with Landmark and Shroud. You can check out their full clip there. I will link to it down below if you want to. We got some other cool facts from the tech test. This first one here, if you've noticed just how realistic the ARC machines are in their ARC drone design, essentially how they do fly when you hit a wing, it actually acts like a real drone in real life. This is because they actually used machine learning, physically based AI agents to walk, at least how the robots would actually walk in real life. They literally used machine learning that's pretty brand new technology wise, which does automate the game animation.
Bruh.
There's a really cool article.
Bruh. That's not even what, this is like the old one.
Doubt it. Trying to shoot me, Sarah? God damn. What? What? Oh shit. She's above me. Oh, she's right there.
Breaking a downed one. I thirsted one.
Oh my god.
2 kills.
His body. His body. I have to go back and flip that shit. Oh my god. That shit was fucking hilarious. his body got yeah.
His body.
If it my Keith, he's pretty good. Notice me wanted to hear Keith's voice speak now. Keith, Sammy said he wants to hear your voice. It's on right side, right side. Nice. We don't have. Not enough time, bro.
I got one.
No.
I got one. You pussies. Get the fuck out of our game.
That was funny as fuck. He was like, we gotta push through.
Bro, we got 30.
Reloading. He's over here.
Yeah. Oh, they're
Oh boy.
3 down.
All right.
Bruh.
Yeah, there's one over there.
How good are my wingman shots? Actually, how good is this Kobe grenade? Same thing with this one. Oh, just writing fucking shit on me, like for what? I don't know.
Yes. Stay safe.
Profane Veil. Summon Bone Golem. Sure. 9% increase necrotic damage. I mean, sure. Yeah, I don't give a shit.
Yes.
10% increase movement speed. Sure. I should buy a couple of those and just fucking.
Yes. Be well.
It eludes me.
Oh yeah, I have to re-summon all my shit. That's right.
Impossible. Oh. Of course it's a fucking primalist one. That went the wrong way anyway. after. Just kill this guy because it's gonna be a pain in the ass. Or just go through and murder everything. Vertical shrine. Will not take me. Nice. Oh, that guy took so much. So this one went to... Rogan. Yeah, that stuff I don't care about. It doesn't really matter. Let's do... Let's get this first to get more skeletons. And that is probably going to be worth more than removing. Doing all that shit, I think. Maybe we'll see.
Yes? Godspeed with you.
What is this? some mana. I really don't need that skill point in there. No. Dang, that's just like, you have a 100% chance right there, so it's like, what's the purpose? Oh, so it doesn't heal you anymore. Let's go with... I think I want to go to poison, not necrotic. That's damage too. That's interesting. Huh. She didn't need to go in that direction. Okay. Tomb shard, oh my lord.
Welcome, traveler. May Eterra smile upon you.
That's good for resistances, I'll take it.
Welcome, traveler. May Eterra smile upon you.
Ah!